Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos of life, as if you're being pulled in 1,000 different directions at once? It's a feeling many of us know all too well, when the demands of work, family, and personal expectations seem to clash like an unstoppable storm. The beauty of life gets obscured by the noise, leaving you wondering how you can find a moment of peace, a breath of clarity amidst it all. It's a challenge as old as time itself, a question that has lingered in human consciousness for centuries. Throughout history, philosophers have pondered this dilemma, searching for ways to cultivate tranquility in the midst of turmoil. Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, a guide that has withstood the test of time, offering us tools to embrace life's chaotic beauty with grace and resilience. Imagine a Roman emperor who, despite wielding immense power and influence, faced a relentless barrage of challenges and personal tragedies. Yet, amidst the turbulence of his reign, he managed to cultivate a life of serenity and purpose. This is the story of Marcus Aurelius, a name echoed in the annals of history, not just as a mighty ruler, but as a philosopher king. While the Roman Empire spiraled through political intrigues, wars, and upheaval, Marcus himself was dealing with personal grief and ill health. It's said that he would spend hours in his library, writing what would later be known as Meditations, a collection of personal reflections that reveal his innermost thoughts. These writings weren't meant for a public audience. They were his way of making sense of the world, a personal handbook for living. Marcus Aurelius showed us that it is possible to find inner peace even when surrounded by chaos. His philosophy was simple yet profound. Focus on what you can control, accept what you cannot, and maintain a sense of equanimity no matter the circumstances. The core of Stoic philosophy revolves around the dichotomy of control. It asks you to delineate between what lies within your power and what lies outside of it. This concept is elegantly simple, yet deeply transformative. Imagine sailing on a vast ocean where you cannot control the wind's direction, but you can adjust your sails. The Stoics teach us that our judgments, desires, and intentions are under our control, while external events are not. This mental model serves as an anchor in turbulent times, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with calm assurance. In modern terms, think of a busy work environment where deadlines loom large, and the unpredictability of team dynamics can easily spiral into stress. Instead of succumbing to anxiety over outcomes that are not directly under your influence, Stoicism encourages you to focus on your actions, diligently completing tasks to the best of your ability and adapting as circumstances change. Another pivotal Stoic principle is the practice of negative visualization or premeditatio malorum, which involves contemplating potential misfortunes and mentally preparing for them. This isn't about pessimism, but rather building resilience. By considering worst-case scenarios, you become better equipped to handle them if they occur, reducing their emotional impact. It's akin to an athlete who visualizes the challenges of a game before stepping onto the field, thereby reducing the fear of the unknown. This practice can be applied in everyday life. Whether you're preparing for a difficult conversation or anticipating a challenging project, envisioning these situations allows you to face them with a composed mindset. Stoicism also places a strong emphasis on living according to nature, which means aligning your life with humanity's common nature and the realities of the world. This involves cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Consider the virtue of courage, not merely as physical bravery, but as the inner fortitude to stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult. In today's fast-paced world, it might mean speaking truth to power or standing by your principles amidst peer pressure. The virtue of temperance is about moderation, balancing work and leisure, discipline and indulgence. It's about creating harmony within yourself, much like an orchestra where every instrument plays its part in creating a beautiful symphony. But how do we bring these ancient ideas into our morning routines? What does Stoicism look like in the practical sense, in the hustle and bustle of modern life? Imagine yourself tomorrow morning as you wake up and start your day. As you open your eyes, rather than immediately reaching for your phone, take a few moments to set an intention for the day. This is a small but significant practice that can help you align your actions with your values. In those quiet moments, reflect on what you wish to focus on. Perhaps it's being more patient, showing gratitude, or practicing self-discipline. Setting an intention is like planting a seed. As the day unfolds, you nurture it through your actions, letting it grow into a guiding force. Next, as you prepare for the day ahead, consider incorporating the practice of negative visualization. As you sip your morning coffee, think about potential challenges you might face. Maybe there's a difficult conversation you need to have or an unforeseen event that could disrupt your plans. By envisioning these scenarios, you train your mind to remain calm and composed, ready to respond rather than react. It's a bit like rehearsing for a play. You become familiar with the script, which makes your performance more assured. Throughout the day, embrace the dichotomy of control by focusing on your actions and responses. When you find yourself in a stressful situation, whether it's a traffic jam or a heated meeting, remind yourself of what's within your control. You may not be able to change the external event, but you can control your reaction. Take a deep breath, recalibrate, and proceed with clarity. This practice not only reduces stress, but also enhances your effectiveness in dealing with challenges. Finally, in the evening as you unwind, take a moment for reflection, a practice Marcus Aurelius cherished. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I falter? This isn't about self-criticism, but about self-awareness and growth. By acknowledging your achievements and shortcomings, you cultivate a mindset of continuous improvement. Reflecting on your day in this manner can provide insights that guide your future actions, gradually shaping you into a more resilient and virtuous individual. To bring these ideas full circle, consider the profound words of Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, who said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This encapsulates the essence of Stoicism. Your perception of events shapes your experience more than the events themselves. By adopting a Stoic mindset, you open yourself to a world where peace exists not in the absence of chaos, but in your ability to navigate it with serene acceptance and inner strength. As you meander through the intricate pathways of life, remember that the wisdom of Stoic philosophy is not about suppressing emotions or living a detached existence. It's about embracing the full spectrum of human experience with a grounded and resilient heart. If you ever feel caught in the midst of life's swirling chaos, take solace in the fact that you carry within you the tools to find tranquility. Reflect on what truly matters to you, align your actions with those values, and approach each day with the courage to face whatever comes your way. In doing so, you contribute to a world that is not only more resilient, but also more compassionate, one small step at a time.